Aloha, I'm Rob, and welcome to our Meettheworld video series. Me and the Hostelworld crew will be chatting to eager explorers from around the world, sharing their stories and words of wanderlust. Get comfy, grab yourself a cocktail, and enjoy travel tales of adventure and discovery from our community of beautiful backpackers. In the second episode of our series, we sit down with backpacker and former flight attendant Dom Barker to discuss how he's fighting for same-sex marriage rights in Zurich, Switzerland.
So yeah, I'm Dominic. I'm from Switzerland. I grew up here. I love traveling. I used to be a flight attendant, and I'm a gay man, and I also identify as a male. Yes.
What is it like to be a flight attendant? Everyone sees them, and you're in holiday mode when you see a flight attendant, so you think everything's amazing, and they might not be having the best time. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah. So yeah, to be honest, there is a lot of preparation beforehand, of course, and then you also had like the flight crew. Mostly they said like, yeah, we have light turbulences, and then it turned out that we have like massive turbulences, like the other way around. So you could really never know what was coming. To work with the passengers, it's very fun, but it can also be very tiresome with some passengers who are very demanding, who think like they're the king and they can have everything. Like, I'm sorry, we don't have any fish. I can't go out and
holiday
just
mode.
fish.
They've got money and they're just ready to pay for anything.
Yeah. And you can really feel the difference between like economy, business, and first class.
Really? Is there a big divide?
There is a huge difference. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. From my experience myself, I do know that there are like, at least in our company, there were like most like 90% of the flight attendants, male flight attendants, were gay.
Oh, really?
So
that's interesting.
Yeah, so it is kind of stereotype, but it is also kind of true. Maybe because the job itself is also, or was looked upon, very feminine. Because back in the day, mostly just women
air hostesses
did this job. Yes. So afterwards, when they brought in the males, it was kind of looked. It wasn't really manly in that kind of way. So most of them who really wanted to do it, they probably were gay. Yeah. So when I first traveled, I wasn't out of the closet. Okay. So I was still like acting as if I were straight. Yeah. Also with my like childhood, I always tried to like fit into the system. Yeah. So that part was kind of hard because my dad's side are very religious. So that was also like always like kind of topic because I didn't really have a girlfriend. So there was always like topic, why you're not in a relationship, is anything wrong, blah, blah, blah. So yeah. But then afterwards I came out to my mom. She was very supportive. So that part was very amazing, very nice. On my dad's side was a little different. He was not that open in the beginning. He didn't really understand, especially because in the beginning I came out as bi and not as
so
gay.
An extra layer of confusion for him then.
Yeah. So it was like, but like, can you choose or not? Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm just into both. Yeah. I thought.
What are things that straight people need to stop doing, right? So there's obviously some things that you probably think, come on, really? Like, but people might not know, and for the people back home.
The problem is the society is this way that being straight is like the norm. So some people then they ask you, oh, so where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. And then do you have a girlfriend? And I'm like, okay, just because I'm a guy doesn't mean I have to have a girlfriend. So in that way, maybe you can just ask, do you have like, are you
a partner?
Like, are you in a relationship, or do you have a partner? Exactly. So that kind of way. Also, we as LGBTQ members shouldn't be like angry on other people. Like also for our parents to give them a chance to understand us. Yeah. Because also for my dad, I mean, he changed a lot and he started to like understand my side, and he didn't really know much about it. He also had like certain views which were very stereotypical, and he just didn't know better because he grew up I mean, he grew up on a little island, so he didn't really...
So how are you celebrating Pride this year? Have you got any plans of anything you're doing online, or were you going to meet up with some friends? Or
what we're doing is in Switzerland, the same-sex marriage is still not allowed.
Right.
It's still... So in that sense, we're trying to fight against it. There is going to be a voting end of this year, like in autumn. And I actually participated in like a photo shooting with my boyfriend where we had to like act normal. And I was like cooking and he did some chores, and it should just look like we're just a couple like any other. We're just people. In the end, we're just searching for love. We want to marry who we want to marry, and
just want freedom. You know,
it should be.
It's not that much to ask as a human. Just let me do what I want to do. You know, I mean, what's the progress like? Do you feel like you're close? Have you come a long way towards it? Is it literally down to like a public vote? How does it work?
Yeah. So right now, like the politicians, they try to bring in this. It's called marriage for everyone. Ehe für alle in German. And in this sense, they try to push it, and then you have like a certain amount of days where a group of people, they can collect signatures and vote against it.
Right.
So that is what happened, and now the public needs to vote. So the voting is until the 26th. So 26th of September. So we have enough time to actually go and vote afterwards. And they're going to open up the votings 2-3 weeks beforehand. And then in that time, we can really just send in the ballots and hope for the best. Yeah.
Well, I think that pretty much brings us to the end, Dom. So, I mean, all that's left to say is thank you for joining us today. It's been fascinating hearing about your story, and, you know, as different as you are to everyone else that's even on this series. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see you soon.
Thanks for having me, and stay safe and love whoever you want to love.